Welcome to the show, and welcome to Glow So Bright. This is an intelligence report on InRangeTV, Appendix A, published and released on February 1st, 2026. Bottom line up front, InRangeTV leader, fully separated from co-host and further isolates himself among the far left. Leader communicates with key associates of far-left paramilitaries. Media featuring the co-host is deleted from the channel. Co-host is banned from official social media channels. Following the publication of the Wired article titled "The Hard Left Shooters Leading a Gun Culture Revolution," written on November 24, 2025 by Manisha Kirshnan, about the 2025 High Desert Brutality Match in Parma, Idaho, activities continue following trends indicated by previous reporting. Carl Cruzada, the leader of InRangeTV, has distanced himself from former co-host Russell Fagan and began antagonizing him since November 25, 2025. Similar to Carl's interactions with Ian McCollum since the latter's departure as co-host, Fagan's accounts would be banned, featured media with the co-host deleted from the InRangeTV library, and would be subject to hostile behavior from Carl further on. Fagan would be banned from the official InRangeTV subreddit on January 24, 2026. Videos, primarily featuring Fagan, such as demonstrations of an elastic bandolier, would be removed or delisted from the InRangeTV catalog. Russell Fagan would then involve himself in both Kiwi Farms as well as the focus trip firearms-related circles and state his reasons why, as well as his reasons for departure from his position as a co-host of InRangeTV. While initially criticized for dogpiling with Carl or passively standing by in support for him, especially in his hostility towards other firearms figureheads, Fagan would eventually be accepted into these communities, which shows a level of tolerance and inclusivity compared to the far-left circles such as the communities at InRangeTV. Some reasons stated by Fagan would be that the Wired article would highlight political extremism among the far left with the brutality matches, and that has made it more difficult to secure venues to facilitate competitions. Carl would repeatedly endorse the article. Investors in KE Arms, the firearms company which Fagan owns and operates, does not wish to continue in products specifically labeled as What Would Stoner Do or WWSD, and that they weren't interested in purchasing the WWSD IP. Components which were needed to assemble a WWSD-20 configured KP-15 rifle, such as a PDQ ambidextrous bolt catch lever, were discontinued and have limited stock, causing bottlenecks and difficulty for production. Fagan would also respond to Carl's hostile behavior, stating on January 23, 2025 on Kiwi Farms, "No, Carl, I separated from you. I liked the brutality community and many people on Discord. There's plenty of decent people in that community that I don't make it their mission to unnecessarily antagonize and alienate everyone. People who understand the reality of the world they live in, and the changing minds and acceptance comes gradually through reasonable discourse and exposure. Anyone looking in on this can see that I've argued about universal civil rights extensively. You've undone any normalization efforts for diverse gun owners by being a vortex of drama and associating yourself with aggressive far-left talking points. Your persecution complex is a self-fulfilling prophecy. What you're doing might actually lead to the members of your community facing persecution they might otherwise not. I wouldn't be here posting at all if you hadn't deleted videos I was in and dozens of posts on Reddit. I'm posting here because I can trust this record to endure in a public format for anyone to see. This is a self-inflicted injury on your part, the same as a Wired article was also a self-inflicted injury. Your community is tired of your negativity, be at it about view counts, the argument of the week, whatever former business associate you're beefing with, or supposedly losing money running events. If you want to be a leader, be a positive influence and inspire people to actually better themselves and accomplish something." Meanwhile, on the KE Arms website, a product-approved version of the WWSD rifle is displayed in its place. This rifle is called the Run and Gunner, which is a 5.56 AR-15 pattern rifle featuring the KP-15 polymer lower receiver. This rifle would be at a lower price point than the What Would Stoner Do rifle, while retaining premium features such as a cassette trigger and a carbon fiber handguard. Carl would then continue to create and publish videos on InRangeTV, which he would be the only individual seen making new episodes. These episodes mainly feature black powder firearms, commentary which would feature criticism of police posted shortly after the individuals such as Renee Good and Alex Pretty interfered with law enforcement and won the room temperature prize of having room temperature IQ and deliberately interfering with federal law enforcement actions in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Some new videos released on the InRangeTV channel would be on the two variants of the Chiappa Rhino revolver. In one video, titled Space Cowboy, Rhino 40DS, the firearm was obtained by Mike Crumling, aka Matty Crumling, Scarlet Crumling, via his SOT-07 FFL called MC Weaponry, based in York, Pennsylvania. In another more recent video, featuring a .44 Magnum caliber variant of the Rhino revolver, has the firearm facilitated to InRangeTV by a Chiapa representative, the manufacturer of the Rhino revolver. Crumbling has previously made threats on Instagram. This individual is a close contact with the leader of Stonewall Underground, Blahaj Blaster. While previously reported by Glow So Bright, turns out this individual is actually based in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, not in the state of Tennessee as previously reported. Crumbling, also in that aforementioned SOT-07 FFL, has intent and the capability to facilitate distribution of machine guns to Stonewall Underground. Analyst comments can be found below. With the departure of Russell Fagan as a co-host of InRangeTV since late November 2025, Carl has further entrenched himself with the far left. Yet with the recent separation of Fagan, as well as KE Arms from InRangeTV as a brand hazard of far-left extremism and celebrations of violence, it is puzzling or ignorant for Chiapa to furnish weapons to Carl Cressada and InRangeTV. I wouldn't be surprised if, due to some sponsorship, social media post, or marketing by Chiapa in the near future, that Carl would throw a fit against them and target them, much like with his hostile interaction with KE Arms. Carl would gladly throw away relationships, both personal and professional, going decades long for Carl's own notions of, self-perceived justice and freedom. And despite the baggage, burden, and the Trump slump in the firearms industry with the overall downturn in the economy, K-Arms is still in business and continues to operate, releasing new products without the InRangeTV association or branding. Without optics of that particular company, what come of it in the future and its perception of its flagship product, the KB-15? Is it a lightweight rifle which condenses multiple components into a single receiver, a handy and limbo competition rifle, or the arm of the far left from its prior endorsement by InRangeTV as a marketing vehicle and media entity? Currently right now it's inconclusive, and for now describing it all of the above isn't totally inaccurate. Knowing celebrations of violence as stated and endorsed by Carl Cressada, it doesn't surprise anyone of his associations or endorsement in working with other individuals among the far left, or notable far left groups which have conducted violence, domestic terrorism, threats, and other unlawful activities, such as the Socialist Rifle Association, various John Brown Gun Club chapters, as well as notable individuals with Stonewall Underground. This reinforces that Carl Cressada, and by extension InRangeTV, is a far-left media entity and figurehead. Lead analyst is Glow So Bright Actual. Sources are found in the text version below. The text version companion piece to this video will be found on X at GSB_actual. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and have a great day.